Welcome back, dear viewers, and our first guest of the evening, Mr. Hamza Taqi, Master Performance Consultant. Mr. Hamza, welcome back to Hala Kuwait. Good evening to you.
Good evening to you. Thank you for having me again.
It's our pleasure to have you here in the series of Hala Kuwait.
The pleasure is all mine, my friend.
It's always a
Thank you.
pleasure, Mr. Hamza. We have recently hearing about manifestation and the science behind it. We're curious to know more about it.
Yeah, I agree with you. Manifestation has been a buzzword these days, and you see it everywhere. And there are many people who are against it or don't believe in it. But basically, manifestation is thinking intentionally to create the life that you want. And, you know, sometimes, you know, when you hear it in the first, what? I create my life? No.
Exactly.
You know, everything is maktoob, you know?
Yes.
But no, there is a way to create your own life. And manifestation is one of them. And we look at people like Muhammad Ali Clay, for example, who at the age of 16 years old, he said, I'm the greatest. And, you know, who doesn't know Muhammad Ali? Even, you know, decades of time has passed, and he's there. So he manifested to be the greatest. For me, for example, I manifested to have my own company in 1998.
That's
and
great.
after 10 years, you know, I was able to do that. And when I left my company, it was like crazy. Everybody's telling me, how can you leave a job that's giving you 7,000 KD a month? This is crazy, to zero, you know. But came at the right time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
At the right moment, at the right time.
Yes.
It's
And,
really
and talking about the science, Mohammed, it is a psychological process. So, like, for example, we know about the placebo. We talked about the placebo in other episodes.
Definitely.
It's like, you know, when you take a sugar pill and you don't know that it's sugar pill, but your mind healed you because thinking or believing that this pill is good for you and for your circumstances, and then you heal yourself. So the body has the capability, the mind has the capability to change your life. If you change the way you think, everything changes, the environment changes. So placebo is there, and there are many studies behind it, and we can elaborate as we go along.
Of course, and I think manifestation can be defined in a lot of ways, and I think many people might not get the main idea that if you manifest an idea, everything has to be positive. That's what I know from my experience. Everything has to be possible, no doubts. So you have to have a clear image, a clear idea of what you want to have, and without any doubts, Muhammad, hopefully it will come to life, you know, in a couple of years. It doesn't matter about the time period, but you have to have this great idea that is very possible without any doubt.
Absolutely. The doubt element is very crucial. Because if you have a slight of a doubt, it's like you're telling God that, oh, maybe it's not comfortable for me, or maybe I cannot be the way. So you need to look at what you want in life, okay? Just have, as you said, a clear image about it, feel it in your senses, as if it's happening in real life. Then your mind, and then you need the repetition. Because some people who are skeptical about this, they do it for 3 days and then they say, oh, it didn't happen, and no, this is all, you know, washy-washy, it's not a real thing. But even in our religion, it's there.
Exactly.
The meaning of when you are optimistic. So as Fatma said, it makes you feel positive. So any feeling that makes you feel positive, you will excel, you will succeed.
Definitely.
You know, have you been, like, for example, trying to solve a problem when you are upset?
I think it's very hard to do.
You're going to be creative.
Yeah.
Even if you want to have a relationship with someone and you are you know, negative, it's not going to work. So positivity, the science of positivity, the visualization, all these are sciences now, and they are approved because now with metaphysics and apitherapy and the imaging of the brain, they can see the things that happens in the brain. Like when you are really thinking deeply about the things that you want, your brain doesn't know any better, as if you have it. So start giving you all these chemicals to get you. Now, the other issue is the critical about manifestation is the idea is that, you know, you don't wait for it, as you said. You just, you know, you hope for it, and you start by doing small steps toward an action. Without action, nobody is gonna, you know, you're sitting here and you're like manifesting and thinking, and you're not doing anything.
Especially when you share it with others. You feel like you achieved it already.
Exactly. Sometimes, yes, you feel like, and then you shy away from it and you don't do it.
Exactly. Since my co-host Fatma mentioned doubt, and you, sir, mentioned doubt and the washi-washi people and doubters, what can we say to the doubters, who people who doubt manifestation? What can we tell them about the benefits of manifestation?
Well, we all know about, you know, Think and Grow Rich, or What a Man Thinketh, or all these things that tells us that, you know, your thoughts is an energy. And if you have a thought, if it's negative, then you are attracting negative energy toward you. Because we are vibrations, we send vibrations, and if we have the same frequency, then we attract the same frequency. So if we think in a negative way, we will attract negative. If we think a positive way, and, you know, even you, if you, even with your own children, those who are always grumpy, and you try to avoid them, or those who are optimistic and happy, you try to be around with them. With our friends, with our sibling and our family members, it's always this way. So it is all about thinking positive. When you have an image about, you know, something good that you want to do in this life, God will help you. Especially, you know, God will help you not sitting. You have to do the first step.
You have to work for it. You have to try.
Take your
yes,
steps.
and put all the elements together. For example, you know, I was thinking of, you know, having an office, and all of a sudden, at the same time, there was another company that I was working with. They want to sell out their furniture, and their furniture is nice. And like I would get it for a fraction of the price, you know, furnishing my office. So I did that, and it came in the right time, you know, because I wanted that so much, and I believed in it. It came to me, and it can come to anyone. But again, you have to have the belief. Sometimes we you know, we pray to God to give us certain things, but at the same time, after we put our hand, one thought comes that, yeah, but it's not going to be that way. It's going to be difficult. And once you said this, again, you sent an energy in the universe telling that this is not good for me.
Exactly.
Of course. And I think we'll take a short break, and we'll be right back to continue about manifestation. Stay tuned. Welcome back, dear viewers. We've been rejoined with our special guest, Hamza Taqi, Master Performance Consultant. And of course, earlier we were talking about the negative people and the positive people, and especially about vibrations. I think every person usually, when they're with a crowd, if they have a different vibration, they tend to go to a different way and attract people the same vibration. So this is very interesting, and I think a lot of people might not know this, but it's very true.
Absolutely, because they say, you know, we are a projection of other people, and people see us in their projection. So what we project, we receive.
Of course.
And everything is vibration in this world, according to physics.
And when it comes to learning or applying manifestation in our daily lives, how can we do that?
There are many ways, and there are many framework or models to follow to do this. But basically, one of the main skills that we need to encourage and use a lot and apply is the power of visualization and imagination. So we need that to visualize our vision, because we need a vision. You know, without a vision or without something or a plan for where you want to be, nothing will happen, because you will be like going without a vision. It's like a car, every street it goes in, it will never reach the destination.
Exactly.
If you want to reach the destination, you need a map and you need a straightforward and step-by-step methodology. So going back to learning visualization, being aware, observant of your thoughts, because we said your thoughts will bring you whatever. So are you observant? Do you see what thoughts you are having? You know, they say 97% of our thoughts are repeated, and it's always negative because of our amygdala, the lizard brain, which fight and flight mechanism. We are, searching the world for threats. So we're always thinking of, we are fearing stuff. So that will put us in a not a good way. So we need to be mindful. We need to be clearing our mind so we can receive. Exactly. If your mind is jumping here and there like a monkey, you're not going to be able to receive. So you need to relax. You need to sit in silence with yourself.
Stay focused.
Yes, stay focused, and that will give you the focus to your dream, so you achieve your dream. Without focus, you cannot achieve your dream. It's like, you're trying to, hit a target, but, it's foggy or you cannot see it. It's going to be difficult. But if it's clear, you know where you're going, the universe, God, will help you reach, and everything will fall into it. So I can use a model called CREATE. Okay, so the C is for clear vision. So you have to have really clear vision. Sometimes we want, for example, as if you're going to a restaurant and you're asking the waiter or the waitress for food. And then they ask you, what kind of food you want? You say, I just want food, I'm hungry. No, you have to ask for, you have to be in details, you have to be specific. And you're asking, and the more clearer you are, and that requires a lot of work. And then you need to, the E, create, R, you want to be relative to what your capabilities are.
Exactly.
You cannot ask for too much, and that you are not. It's like, for example,
it's not possible. It's
exactly. Like you want to be an author and you never wrote any article in your life.
So you need to start reading more, writing more, and learn more.
Exactly.
There's a trial and error here.
And that's the action that you take after manifestation. That's the action you take that will help you achieve your desired dream.
Exactly.
Of course. And do you think that some people don't manifest their life that they want? They manifest a life that might be something that they're afraid of, as you mentioned, because sometimes we have a lot of fears, and we attract what we fear.
Unconsciously, without knowing, we tend to think in a negative way, and that brings us. It makes our life all negative. Because see, when it's our thoughts that create some sort of mood, and then it will affect our emotions, our hearts.
Exactly.
And the emotions, it will create some sort of belief, especially when we are repeating this on daily basis. We're repeating. The mind and the body start believing, and this guy, yes, he wants this really bad, and he is exercising and he's taking action, and let's help him. And eventually, you'll see yourself in a different place in a year time, 5 years time. It depends regarding the goal or the dream that you have. If you want a small dream, no, you can manifest it easily. Like you're seeing a friend that you haven't seen for a long time, or getting a call from a business client that's going to give you a good, work, and so on. So you can get these, but things that are big, it's transformative. No, you need to work on it. You need to change yourself. Like God said, I cannot change unless you change from within. Okay.
Of course, I completely agree with you. This is a very great point, Mohammed.
Okay. Now you made us excited
Yes.
to know more examples and stories about
Yes.
people who manifested themselves to the life they desire.
Yeah. Let's go back in history. Okay.
Story time.
Yeah. Thomas Edison. We all know Thomas Edison, and we know that he is a brilliant creator, and he made so many things. And I said, as I said at the beginning, anything, even this studio that we have here, somebody has thought about it in their mind. And then it was put in a paper, and then, we are in it, physically, it's there. Thomas Edison, one of his funniest stories that we know that he did so many things, but we don't know to get there how many failures he had. And he doesn't call them failures. He said steps towards success.
Exactly.
Changing the language by itself, it makes you, because we are like water inside us, like 70% water, our bodies, and our brain is even more, 80% water. And water, through Dr. Emoto, and through even our religion, when you drink water, you have to say blessing or pray or say Bismillah, before you drink the water. That changes the physiology of the water. Similarly, us, what kind of words we're using talking to ourselves? How is the internal dialogue again we are talking? Because this will this is what creates the limiting belief. And you will start saying, oh no, me? No, I can't be. It's not me. I can't be a minister, for example. Yes,
Because there is a lot of self-doubt sometimes.
Yes, that self-doubt and limiting beliefs that, it is a clear indication that you really, it's like your body is telling you, or your mind is telling you, you really don't need that, or you don't really mean it, or you don't want it. That's why you are not getting it. Because you have, this communication, it's telling you something. So I go back to the, the positive thinking and the positive movement altogether. And even in our religion, it's there. It's always, we commend people who are always positive, who have a positive outlook. But then positive outlook and laughing and so, without making the action again, it's not going to do you any good.
Exactly. Mr. Hamza, we really enjoyed the interview with you, especially regarding the information, the valuable information you gave to us and you shared with us about manifestation. But we are not going to let you go until, please, you give us final tips and advice for us and for our dear audience.
I will. Let me retrieve back to Edison. Now, Edison, his big factory was burned, okay? And he was there to witness all the work that he's done for all these years. It's going painful. Down the drain is so painful. And he was smiling. His kid was next to him. He said to his kid, go call your mom. She's not going to see this type of fireworks anymore. So this is what positivity is, right? So we need to learn from that. Nelson Mandela, about the story. Nelson Mandela was in jail for 27 years. And only to be free to be the president of the country who put him in prison. So that tells you that it's there. Now, the final advice to all of you: you're not losing anything. You're not losing anything to be positive. In the contrary, when you are positive, you are contributing and you are accomplishing. And when you are accomplishing, you will have self-actualization. And when you have self-actualization, this is the best time in your life to be accomplishing and serving the community. So it's your choice.
Of course, I think this is a very amazing advice, the way you put it. Like, always look at the positive things. There's always a positive income when it comes to any types of negativity, any type of error in your life. There is always a positive side.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Positivity is a key.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Mr. Hamza, for enlightening us on Ahla Kuwait tonight. We really hope you enjoy your evening and see you soon, inshallah.
I did enjoy it, and it's always my pleasure.
The pleasure is ours. Thank you.
Dear viewers, we just had with us Mr. Hamza Taqi, master performer.